Hey besties, it's pre-title card Nat here to tell you that at the end of this video, there is a very special announcement. So you're going to want to stick around and see that. But in the meantime, enjoy this fabulous Clown Cottage. Cue the title card. Hey besties, it's Nat. Welcome back to another Animal Crossing speed build. And today I have something very spooky in store for you. Oh my god, I'm so sorry that I did that. Anyways, yes, we are building Blanca a vacation home. Miss Blanca, if you were an OG Animal Crossing fan, you remember Miss Blanca as an April Fool's Day character, a holiday character. But today I thought she would be the perfect Halloween character, and also she is the spookiest amiibo that I own. That is just where my heart took me for this build. Yes, we are in the holiday spirit. It is Halloween, my favorite holiday, the best holiday, by the way. Don't get it twisted. But yes, it is Halloween time. It's that time of year again. I am very jealous of everyone else playing in fall because right now I'm working on my New England themed town core island of Nautilus, which if you want to see updates on that, you can subscribe and hit the bell and you can see my speed builds of my island. But anyways, I'm working on that right now, and currently my game is in July. That is not on purpose, that is an accident, but that's where I am at right now in my game, and I'm once again very jealous of everyone playing in fall, and I wanted to do something spooky scary for the holiday, so that is why we are doing Blanca's house today, which will be the first of several spooky builds that will be going up throughout the month to celebrate the holiday. I've always done a Halloween thing pretty much every year, at least one Halloween video a year. And this year I wanted to take advantage of Happy Home Paradise to do some spooky scary builds. So like I said, here we are in Blanca's spooky scary forest. I really wanted to use the bones. That was something that I was dead set. I was like, I gotta use the bones. So yeah, you can make of that what you will, why there's bones outside of that cave. I don't really know, but I wanted to use the bones, I wanted to use the dead trees. I didn't actually know where they were in the catalog because I only knew where the Halloween variety of the dead trees were. I also really wanted to use the carousel. The outside of this is very similar to my Melba build, which I can link in the card, but chances are you've already seen that video because it's by far my most popular video. But I really love the aesthetic of like the fog and the carousel and the mist and the trees and like the carnival, creepy carnival in the woods vibes. It's very much giving Over the Garden Wall. Speaking of Over the Garden Wall, I mentioned previously, I think it was on a stream, but it may have been in a speed build as well, that once I finish Nautilus, I'm planning on getting another Switch so that I can experiment and make more islands while also playing on Nautilus and like fidgeting with things. I'm gonna release a dream address by the end of the year. That's my goal, like a finished island that you can all visit and take pictures and everything. But then also I want to like edit things later. I don't know if that makes sense, but yes, I want to get another Switch and have a second Switch to do other islands on, and I already know what my next island is going to be, and I'm very excited for the theme. People have been guessing that it's going to be an Over the Garden Wall theme. I don't know why I've had multiple people guess that. It's a really good theme, and I've seen other people do that theme, but that is not the theme. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. It's a secret. Don't get too excited though, because I don't want to like build it up and have it be like a thing, and then everyone's like, oh, it's not the thing that I guessed. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for it. I don't know when I'm going to start working on it, because technically I kind of want to get a Switch. I have plans about when I want to get the Switch, so I might get it before the end of the year. So I don't actually know when I'm going to start working on that island, and also when I'm going to start villager hunting, because oh my god, fun fact about me, I have never gone on a villager hunt before, ever. I've had this game since launch. I've had this island, Nautilus, since launch, and I have never been on a villager hunt. When I first got my villagers, my first round of villagers, I didn't know that you could go to more than one island and like reject villagers. So I just took the first 3 that I got on the mystery tours, and then I think I let the rest autofill. I can't remember, but all I know is that I picked out the villagers that I wanted with amiibos before the game even came out. I went and I got all the amiibos that I wanted off eBay, and I think there were only 2 villagers that I couldn't get amiibos for, which were Marshall and Maddie, and then I just traded for those online. I never went villager hunting. I didn't know that, like, I didn't think that that would be a thing. I didn't know that was a feature of the game. I just went in like, oh, I should just get the villagers that I want for my island. And I'm quite pleased with my villagers. Like, I like my villagers a lot. I haven't gotten rid of them since the game came out, since like I went through a couple of villagers besties. I had my whole thing with Goldie. If you've seen the City Folk streams, you know I have a thing with Goldie, and now with Daisy in City Folk, which is very upsetting. Something about these blonde dogs. I don't know why they're so rude to me, but I had to get rid of her. But for the most part, I've had the same villagers since the game came out. I've never been on a villager hunt, and I'm very excited to attempt hunting for villagers for my new island. So be on the lookout for that, besties. I'm excited. I don't know why I started talking about this. Oh yeah, I started talking about this because of Over the Garden Wall. That's not my theme, but once again, I enjoy watching you all guess. It's very exciting for me. But yeah, the build is starting to come together. The outside is starting to come together. One issue that I had was I did not want to use the same vacation plot of land for this build as I did for Melba's build, because then it would just be literally the same thing, and that's not what I want. I want it to be at least a little different, a little bit out of my comfort zone. So I picked this plot because it's in fall and has like the trees around it, and it's sort of sunken in. It's a little creepy, it's a little spooky. And I like it, but it's a bit too small. And I was discovering that when I was trying to fill it in with the trees, the real and the fake, and the huge carousel and the other carnival rides and stuff. I only ended up fitting the carousel, and then I think I replaced that clock with the balloons, like the balloon cart, because I thought that was more appropriate for a clown. But yeah, this space was hard to fill in, but I did enjoy filling it in with wheat fields. You know how I love wheat fields, besties. You know about me and my wheat fields. You can't take my wheat field away from me. And also just normal weeds growing. And once again, that cave in the background, I really wanted to use the cave. I don't know why. I just thought that it was like creepy, spooky, scary. The inside of this build and the outside of this build are sort of cohesive, but also, I'm not gonna lie, so I did an entire inside for this build that was completely different than the inside that you're going to see. I did an inside to this build that was much creepier and scarier, much more like Stephen King It type of clown than like Blanca, like cutesy clown, but still a little bit scary, you know? Much more in line with the cave with the bones. And then I made that, and then I was like, you know what? I don't hate this, but I don't want it to be like this, because I like the outside better, and I want the inside to match the outside, if that makes sense. So then I went back and I redid the inside, and you're going to see the redone inside, but I still have pictures and video of the other inside. Maybe I'll put that on Discord. I don't know. Join my Discord. It's fun in there. I keep meaning to like do events and stuff, and I'm gonna do it. Hold me to this, besties. I want to do more Discord only streams. I want to go back to streaming 2D Pokemon and Discord. I think that would be a fun thing to do on Discord. We have a save going for Pokemon Emerald, and I also kind of want to play Gen 5 on Discord, so be on the lookout for that. Also, we played Pokemon Scriblio, both on Discord in the past, and also last week we played Pokemon because I was excited about Wiglet, the release of Wiglet. I was excited about him, so I wanted to stream Pokemon, and so I did, because I can do anything that I want. Oh yeah, also I needed to change it to fog, because we need the spooky fog. I was checking all of the weather to like, how dark can I make it while also having the fog? And I picked this one because this is, I'm pretty sure, how dark I could make it while still having the fog. So there we go. But yeah, it's really starting to take shape. I have that like log thing in the corner, in the bottom right hand corner, and I'm going to put a gyroid on top of that I think looks like a clown. And I also used it on the inside as well. He's giving clown, besties. So that's why I chose him. This biggest struggle with this build was definitely the colors, because the colors of the objects in game sometimes don't do what I need them to do. So I have all of these like earth tones with like the green and the yellow and the brown, and then all of the like natural stuff. And then I wanted to add pops of like red and other primary colors to match the clown vibes, like the red balloon. It's very much giving it. You know, for someone who's from Maine, I don't really, you know, I'm not reading Stephen King, you know, it's just not for me. But I do understand his vibe. Like, I get where he's getting it from, because as someone who's been in rural Maine in the fog, it's very creepy. I'll give him that. He's right about that. And you know what? I did read one Stephen King book when I was in middle school. It was about a girl who gets lost in the woods, and she meets a bear who's full of bees. And I feel like I imagined that book, but please tell me if I'm wrong and if I didn't imagine it, because I feel like it's real, but I'm like, I'm 99% sure that it's real, and I didn't imagine that book existing. But if I did, let me know, I guess. But yeah, we're about to wrap up the outside. This is the completed outside, and I think it's quite fabulous. And then we're gonna jump into the inside, and you're gonna see what I mean when we get to a jump cut after I pick out this wallpaper. I switched. This is the remnants of the previous build, which, you know what, I'll tell you a little about the previous version of this inside. So this build is called the Clown Cottage, and it is in fact a cottage for a clown. But my initial idea, or my initial conception of this build, besties, was something much creepier. I was like, okay, I want to use like the creepy medical equipment somehow. I don't know. I was coming off of my previous spooky build, which was Biff's house, which I'll link in the card. Very seasonal, very spooky. I should have saved it for Halloween, but I got a little excited about that build because I really like it. But he wanted a conspiracy theorist house, and so in the attic of his house, he has like alien stuff and like alien surgery machine. I don't know. But I was like, what if Blanca was doing clown surgery to turn people into clowns? Because that's how you become a clown. If you didn't know, you get a surgery done and you're a clown. So what if she was doing that in her house? And it was very creepy, very spooky. It was very... I used that, what's that thing, the CPR doll, to make it look like a cadaver. I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, that was the initial concept for this build. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, this is a cool idea. And I'm sure this idea is like from a horror movie that I have never seen, but that I have somehow absorbed into my mind through cultural, I don't know, osmosis or something. But I was like, you know what? No, this doesn't match the outside. And I like the outside more than the inside, even though the inside was very cool and creepy. So I decided to come back to it and switch it up. And that's how we ended up with the Clown Cottage as opposed to the Clown Surgeon. So here we are in the Clown Cottage. It's just like a tiny little cottage. It's kind of similar to when I did the Kiki's Delivery Service bakery, and I did Kiki's Attic, but unlike that, which was just based off of a movie where I can just take what's in the movie. I had to come up with it on my own. And this is what I came up with. And it's very minimalist. It's very bare. That's what I wanted from this build. I wanted it to be like bare bones, like Blanca. She's a creepy clown. She lives in the forest by herself. And it's creepy in here, but it's kind of cozy. It's a cozy little cottage for a clown. And I ended up switching out that hospital bed with the cute bed that has like the stuffed animals on it, and I thought that it would be cute to have like little like touches of like fun clown energy as opposed to creepy clown energy. So the cottage is creepy, but then there has little pops of like, oh, it's cutesy. And then the color that ended up sort of representing that was pink. So it is a little bit different from the outside because the outside has all those like primary colors and then like browns and greens. But the bed was pink. So we went with the pink, and I like the pink. I think the pink is pretty cute, and I think it suits Blanca. She's cutesy. She's a cute villager. I actually don't remember playing the April Fool's Day gameplay with Blanca when I was a kid. I know I had the game. Like, I know I had a copy of Animal Crossing for the GameCube, but I don't remember drawing on Blanca's face. I only heard about that when I got older and I was like on the internet looking stuff up. But good for her. I miss her a lot. That was a fun thing. And I remember in New Leaf how it was like you would prank your villagers. That was fun, but it wasn't as fun as drawing on Blanca's face. I do miss that a lot, and they should bring it back. You know what else they need to bring back? They need to put more games into New Horizons. Games to play with your villagers. The other day, I was doing a City Folk stream, and we played an incredible game of hide and seek where Peanut really took us all by surprise. Peanut was the MVP of that game of hide and seek. But I miss the games. Like, we only have high card, low card. And I think there might be a game for when you invite your villagers via amiibo, but I don't remember because I haven't done that in so long. But they have that card game where it's like the different, like the hearts and spades and everything. But those are the only two. I'm sorry, I was forgetting the treasure hunt where you have to dig up you know, I was speaking ill of New Horizons. New Horizons has approximately 3 games, but coming off of New Leaf, where we had an entire island of mini games, plus hide and seek, plus like other games you could play with your villagers in their houses, it's, you know, it's not giving what it needs to give, and they should put more games back. I understand why they don't have hide and seek in New Horizons, because of like, you know, you can trap your villagers on a tiny island with water surrounding them, and like, how do you play hide and seek in those conditions? But I would like them to figure out a way. Not that they're going to, but I wish in my dreams that they would do that. What's something that you miss from the previous games? I feel like that's a very easy question to ask Animal Crossing players, because everyone has at least one thing that they want in New Horizons that's not there. But like, what's something that you miss in New Horizons? I'm curious. I was really trying to make this jester thing work. In the previous version of this build, I had an entire clown costume like hung up on the wall, like I had the jester costume and the hat and then the clown nose and everything, and it was sort of like, that's the surgery, like you're getting the surgery to become the clown. But of course that didn't end up getting in the final build, because the final build there's no surgery involved. But I did want to include some of it. I think I may have included the jester shoes in the final build. I'm pretty sure that I did, next to the TV. But the hat was just not working for me. Like I said, I wanted this build to be extremely minimal. So there's very little decoration on the walls, which is very unlike me, besties. You know this. Very little decorations on the walls, very little decorations on the floors. But I feel like that really added to the creepiness of it, because it's like, Blanca doesn't need a lot of things to live. Like, she doesn't need the things that humans have. Like, she has a kitchen with some bread, which is where I got the pink from, is because that bread basket has like, the bread has like cute little smiley faces on it and stuff, which I thought was cute and also appropriate for a clown. But she doesn't need food like a normal person. She doesn't need you know, other creature comforts that humans or other Animal Crossing animals need. She's a clown. Her biology is different than ours. That's very much Stephen King. But yeah, that was the idea behind it. Also, that I kind of wanted it to look abandoned, like sort of like maybe like a Hansel and Gretel type of vibe, of like, you go into the woods and you find a creepy cabin, and this is what's inside of it. It's a clown and her toys. And also because a lot of the toy objects were very cutesy and small, and they sort of fit the build really well. So I had fun sort of picking through all of those. There's not enough clown objects in this game. I considered using the dice. I thought that would be kind of fun and appropriate. I considered using the magic hat that the bunny pops out of, but the colorways of that were just not working for the house, so I got rid of that. But there's not enough clown stuff. Like, we need more clown items, I think, in New Horizons. That's something that they should add. They should do a clown update. I was honestly surprised that they didn't add the Splatoon items from New Leaf when they released Splatoon 3. I was very convinced in my mind. I was like, okay, when Splatoon 3 comes out, they're going to add the Splatoon villagers, and then when Zelda Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom comes out, I don't know. I just said like 3 different games. But when Tears of the Kingdom comes out, they're going to release the Zelda villagers from New Leaf as well. But they did not do that for Splatoon, so I guess they're not doing that for Zelda either. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I fully believed Nintendo when they said no more major game updates, and they've stuck to their word on that. Those are the only 2 that I was thinking they might do this, but they didn't, because I don't know, that they didn't feel like it. But you know, I think that New Horizons is much more playable after the 2.0 update, with the amount of items that they added and the little gameplay tweaks. I noticed they've added more villager dialogue, and also just the DLC is really fun. So, you know, I don't mind no new updates. I think that I am still getting a lot of stuff out of the game, and honestly, playing Happy Home Paradise again after so long of not playing it really reminded me of that. Of like, oh, I forgot that I could do this, so this is fun. I like this. When was the last time you played Happy Home Paradise? I'm curious. I wanted to know. Do you play it a lot? Did you stop playing it after a while, or I don't know. I haven't played it in a minute, but it's mostly because I've been focused on my island, so I'm like, oh, I don't have time to do that. But maybe I should take time to do that more, because I enjoy being creative. I love to build a little house. I love to build a little house in this game. I love to build a little house in The Sims. I love building a little house, besties. I know a lot of you can relate to that. But this is pretty much the final design of the house for the most part. I think I got rid of the toy box in the end, because the colorway, even though you would think that it would work perfectly for this house. It just was not working for me. It was not my vibe, so I had to get rid of it because it was not matching the vibe. But the ring toss was matching my vibe, so the ring toss does stay. And I also changed the color of the flower on the table, but I thought that it was cute. You know how like clowns have like the little squirty flower? I thought that that could be a representation of that for her. I thought that that was very cute. And I wanted, once again, I wanted it to be very minimalist, and I thought the dainty flower in the middle of the table was very nice. It's a little bit creepy, but you know, it fits. Everything fits. It's everything. It's giving clown, besties. And you know, we have the gyroid on top of the TV. He's kind of a clown shape. We have a music box that's playing KK Parade. What is that? What it's called? The creepy song, but it's a music box, so it's even more creepy. We have Blanca's photo. Everything's nice and creepy, and I think in a second I'm gonna shine a couple of things. Very important, besties. You have to shine things in your house, remember, always, and adjust the lights and add sounds. I added the creaking sound to this house, and I think I turned the lights off, but you can't really tell because it's daytime and the light comes in the window, but I wanted the window, so that's there you go. But we're almost at the end of the build, and like I said at the beginning of the video, there is a special announcement, so you're not going to want to miss the ending, bestie. But here I am back with my Jack head on, and we're just going to close everything up. The previous name of this build was Clown Surgery, but we are changing it to Clown Cottage because that is what it is. And I personally really enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy it too. And if you do enjoy it, you should leave a like and leave a comment in the video telling me that, because it really helps me out. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching and making it to the end of the video. And now for my special announcement. For this Halloween, besties, I wanted to do something fun and festive with y'all. So we are doing another Happy Home Paradise subscriber build showcase where I tour your builds live on stream, and then we're going to edit it down into a video for the holiday. Yes, that's right, besties. This is a Halloween themed build showcase. I want to see your best spooky builds, your best silly builds, anything Halloween, spooky, season themed. I want to see it. So check the description. There is a link to a Google form where you can submit your builds. Please read the instructions carefully to make sure that your build is submitted properly. I will be touring your builds on October 15th, so mark that date on your calendars, and I hope to see you there. In the meantime, once again, thank you all for watching. You know, subscribe, hit the bell, like, you know, all those fun little things that YouTube wants me to make you do. But yeah, I might also be going live after this video goes up, so be on the lookout for that. And if not, I'll see you all again on Saturday. Bye, besties.